Prime Minister Modi's visit to Doda. This will be a historic visit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to sound BJP's poll bugle in Jammu and Kashmir ahead of Assembly polls. He'll be visiting Doda today to address a public rally. Union Minister G. Kishan Reddy said that this will be the first visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Doda in the last 42 years. The last prime ministerial visit to Doda was in 1982. PM is the star campaigner of BJP. This will also be the first rally in Jammu and Kashmir by him after the announcement of election by the Election Commission. Voting in Jammu and Kashmir Assembly election will be held in 3 phases on September 18th, September 25th and October 1. 8 assembly constituencies in 3 districts of Doda, Kishtwar and Ramban district will vote in the first phase on September 18th. At least 16 seats in South Kashmir will also go to polls on the same day. From Doda, BJP has fielded Gajay Singh Rana and Raj Parihar from Doda West. We are being joined by my colleague Mahima Kataria has joined on the telecast. Mahima, this will be a major historic visit by a Prime Minister after 42 years, an election rally in Doda. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi is ready to sound the poll bugle ahead of Jammu and Kashmir Assembly polls for Bharatiya Janata Party. My colleague is facing some connection issues. Meanwhile, this is the development that is coming at this point of time, viewers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to visit his and address a public rally in Doda in Jammu and Kashmir. This will be his first election rally in the poll-bound Jammu and Kashmir. Mahima has joined back on telecast. Mahima, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to sound the poll bugle of BJP's campaign in Jammu and Kashmir today in Doda. Meanwhile, my colleague is facing some connection issues. We are being joined by Utpal Kaul. He's a historian. Utpal Kaul, what can you tell now that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he's a Prime Minister that is visiting Jammu and Kashmir, Doda. An election rally is being addressed in Doda after 42 years. Last, it was addressed by Indira Gandhi, and this will be a historic visit, and it will help in Bharatiya Janata Party's ahead of elections in Jammu and Kashmir. Utpal Kaul, are you able to hear me?
Yeah. From Jansang days, for Jansang and now Bharatiya Janata Party, Jammu and Kashmir is the core issue of party. And so, to cut it short, I may tell you that after abrogation of Article 370 and 35A, new era has joined by the time in Jammu and Kashmir, and for Bharatiya Janata Party, they have now one-point agenda, that is development. Development of whole region of Jammu, Kashmir and all religious groups, all ethnic groups from Gujars, Bakrawals, from Kashmiri Pandits, Dogras and majority Muslims in Kashmir. So now Doda is a very, very important place, and where from our most of the time in our cabinet, in our council of ministers, one member was always from Doda. Our Ghulam Nabi Azad Sahab is from Doda. We have Jitendra Singh ji, he is from Doda. He is representing Udhampur Doda seat. So now this is a very, very important, Doda is very important in the sense that there are Kashmiri speaking people in Doda and there are Dogri speaking people in Doda. There some parts there are Gujars, in some part there are Bakrawals, and so it's a very important and there is a wise decision of Bharatiya Janata Party to start the rally by the Prime Minister of India it will be a very effective public meeting, and Prime Minister Modi, although the manifesto is already out, but even he can announce some good measures from Jammu and Kashmir. The narrative of political parties, National Conference, Congress and PDP, particularly PDP and National Conference, their agenda is less on development, more on narrative towards a symbol of separatism. As National Conference has said that they are going to change the 3,000-year-old name of Shankaracharya to Takht Sulaiman, and Hari Parvat, which is more than 10,000 years old, to Kohimaran. And so they are playing their game, and it is I can call it not soft separatism, it's a little bit aggressive separatism. And otherwise, from 2019, from abrogation of Article 370 and 35A, there is a peace in Kashmir. We cannot say that terrorism is totally finished and there is a total peace in Kashmir. But the question is, there is no stone pelting. So all those people who were having the terrorist links, who were links with the Hawala, who were creating a big problem for development, they were inside the jail. And so let us see and wait who is going to form the government. But my understanding is that Bharatiya Janata Party is a strong contender, of course, with the help of some independents or with some combination. Congress and National Conference, maybe that is second, because two parties will have a very decisive mandate in Kashmir. One is Engineer Rashid, and second is Jamaat Islamiyah. Jamaat Islamiyah is fighting election almost after 35, 36 years, because the last time I remember, Jamaat Islamiyah had 5 members in assembly, and they have made the MAF, Muttahida Mahaz, in 88, 89. But they claimed at that point of time they could get more seats, but National Conference rigged our election. That is their claim. But let us see that Jamaat Islamiyah is still banned, but there are 20 or little bit more than 20 candidates who are independent candidates, but we know they are from Jamaat Islamiyah. And Engineer Rashid has already declared 25 candidates from Kashmir. But this Doda is, as I told you earlier...
All right, Utpal Kaul, we are being joined by my colleague Mahima Kataria. Mahima, what can you tell us? Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to begin the election rally in Jammu and Kashmir, and Doda is a key constituency. And what can we expect from his election rally in Doda?
Starting from Prime Minister's chopper has landed Doda, and any moment from now he's going to enter this particular stadium. If I could tell my video journalist to kindly give you a picture and colours of what exactly is happening. And I heard you saying that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's rally in Doda is the first by an Indian Prime Minister in 42 years. Ria, the security has been ramped up in the region for the mega rally, and you can clearly see the visuals that the public is here just to listen to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, because this is the first Indian Prime Minister in 42 years. And you can clearly see the number of people who have gathered in this particular sports stadium, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi shortly will be addressing the people in Doda. And you can clearly see the visuals that the chopper has now landed here outside the stadium, and any moment from now Prime Minister Narendra Modi will enter the sports stadium. Jammu and Kashmir Assembly election here. What is very important here is that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hit the campaign trail for the assembly election in Jammu and Kashmir and address a mega poll rally from this very particular ground for the BJP candidates in Doda district on Saturday, that is today. And the tight security, if we talk about the security arrangement, because I heard Utpal Kaul was also talking about the separatist, the kind of altercation that we are witnessing in Kishtwar region as well. But you can clearly see that the security has also been ramped up in the region. Multi-tier security has been deployed across the twin district of Doda and Kishtwar, particularly around the venue to ensure smooth conduct of the election rally at the stadium. Also, if you remember, Home Minister Amit Shah had addressed a poll rally in Jammu, while Defence Minister Rajnath Singh held another rally in Ramban district. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi today will hold his first election rally in Doda. So today is an important day for the people of Doda. This will be a significant event as it marks the first visit of any Prime Minister to Doda in 42 years. The last Prime Ministerial visit to Doda was back in 1982. The Prime Minister's rally is set to give boost to the BJP cadre and candidates here in the region, where voting for 8 assembly seats in the 3 districts of Chenab Valley, Doda, Kishtwar and Ramban is scheduled for September 18. And BJP stronghold during the 2014 Assembly election, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, if you remember, addressed a poll rally in Kishtwar, and since then the people of Doda have been eagerly waiting to see and hear Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and today is the day when people of Doda will finally have their Prime Minister here in Doda to address them and to speak to them. The Jammu region has long been a BJP stronghold here, with party winning all 25 of its seats from this region in the 2014 Assembly polls in the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir. The party is contesting all 43 Assembly seats in Jammu division, though the party is also expecting independent support in Kashmir, but all eyes on what exactly Prime Minister Narendra Modi, if I can tell my video journalist to kindly pan onto the stage as well, that the preparation that has been done on the stage, as well as the colourful pictures that we people are showing you from the ground, that the people have gathered here to listen to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now it is a fight between National Conference, Congress, BJP and few regional parties. Now we'll have to wait and watch that what will be the mood of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, because this is in 42 years the first Indian Prime Minister who has come to Doda after Indira Gandhi, who will address the people of Doda, because Prime Minister's address has majorly few important points. The manifesto of Bharatiya Janata Party Jammu and Kashmir had a lot of things in common, where they had 10,000 fee price for the farmers. But now we'll have to wait and watch, because 370 has always been the core agenda.
All right, my colleague is facing some connection issues. So we are being joined by Utpal Kaul. Utpal, what can you tell now? This election, assembly election, comes after the abrogation of Article 370. And how important do you think Doda plays role ahead of this election? And what can we expect? What will be the BJP's big focus?
You see, it is happening almost after many years election in Jammu and Kashmir, and particularly it got significance and importance because Article 3, after the abrogation of Article 370 and 35. So every region has a special kind of aspirations, and as we know that in Valley of Kashmir, terrorism was in a peak, and then not only terrorism, up till 16, 17, 18, lot of stone pelting, and it was a daily routine. And now after Article 370, Government of India said and decided that let us implement peace. And peace is not by request, it was implemented. Peace was implemented. All those stone pelters and all those people were creating trouble, and they said that even we will not talk to Pakistan till we stop this terrorism, because you can know the thousands and thousands of arms for last 30 years or 35 years sent by Pakistan. It is totally sponsored by Pakistan, and then there are their agents there. But what BJP did, which is very especially people appreciate, and even the Muslim majority people appreciate that for the first time after 30 years there is a peace in Kashmir. And as I said earlier, it is not total peace, but people can go on the roadside, walk, and then go for shopping till 9 in the evening. So we can say that schools are running normally, colleges are running normally, and the way the development was put, 50,000 crores were spent in Jammu and Kashmir in last 5 to 7 years. New IITs, new aims, and lot of attention given to horticulture, to agriculture, to roads, to infrastructures. So people see that development, and with the development there is unemployment issue is by and by it is getting solved. And I may tell you that nearly 28 million tourists came to Jammu and Kashmir, and particularly Valley saw 3 billion tourists. It was for the first time after 35 years.
All right, Utpal Kaul. We are being joined by Rajalakshmi Joshi. She's a political analyst. Rajalakshmi Joshi, what can you tell us that there's a battleground in Jammu and Kashmir with Congress versus Congress, JKNC, and the other regional parties, and also Engineer Rashid and BJP are contesting. What is the big focus in Jammu and Kashmir, whether it's tourism and development and infrastructure and the ongoing encounters that are happening? What are the key issues that are other political parties are taking in?
Yes, it's a very interesting election this time because it's coming firstly after a long time, and secondly it's happening after the abrogation of Article 370, which is a kind of a landmark, you could say. It's a historical event, the abrogation of Article 370. It was a huge makeover, complete makeover of Kashmir, especially after this abrogation of Article 370. So, earlier, like, Mr. Kaul was saying, the very kids in whose hands used to see the stones and they were busy with stone pelting. Now today, you see the youth completely, they are all into sports, they are into education. They have, those stones have been replaced by laptops, you could say. So there has been a complete change in the social structure. So you do have instances of violences. So that is that you cannot deny. But then the people are seeing a complete shift in the entire way in which things are happening in Kashmir. So, you have the reopening of some cinema halls. So you have some multiplexes, which was unimaginable some time back. So this is something that the BJP has been successfully able to bring into Kashmir. So this thing about where the G20 was held in Kashmir, and this thing about how AIMS and IITs and IIMs, which was unimaginable some time back. So where people were actually fearful about their life, now today you have all these prestigious institutions coming in here. So this is what the BJP has been able to successfully bring about. So now, the BJP had one of the major things that they did was they actually had a very strict way in which they implemented this thing, where they made sure that all the troublemakers, they were either put under house arrest, or the internet was shut down. Yes, people looked at it as an infringement of their freedom. But then sometimes some situations, they do need a very strong iron hand, and that is what was needed in Kashmir, and that is what has happened. Now, today there is a reason why that violence is definitely shifting towards Jammu, because now in Kashmir there were a lot of there are in Jammu and Kashmir, what is happening is now you have the LOC and you have the international borders. So there, in both the places, you need the deployment of forces, and some deployment which was there in along the LOC. They wanted it to be shifted. The vested interest, they wanted it to be shifted towards Jammu. And also, they don't want these elections to happen peacefully. And that is exactly the reason why all these things are happening. So there are a lot of reasons why, that violence has been happening, and also it has been shifting from Kashmir towards Jammu, which was comparatively peaceful, you would say, in the past few years. But then
Raja Lakshmi, as you
Yes.
rightly said, that the violence is shifting to Jammu and Kashmir it's shifting to Jammu from Kashmir. So what are the challenges? What are the challenges that BJP is going to face, and any government that is going to be formed in Jammu and Kashmir? The recent attacks have been taking place in Jammu, with a recent attack in Kishtwar, in Kathua and Baramulla, and also Pakistan violated this ceasefire, and this has taken place. Recent development, a recent trend can be seen in the Indian Army has been trying to foil infiltration bid. So what are the challenges that is at this point in Jammu and Kashmir?
See, this half-front war that we are fighting in Jammu and Kashmir, that is one of the biggest challenges. But at the same time, I think that our forces are definitely they're very well equipped, and they're very well capable of, nipping all this violence. And also, the government, the central government has, they have the political will to do it. See, now the earlier governments, what they were doing is they were saying that if you abrogate Article 370, the entire, not just Kashmir, the entire country will burn. That is the kind of statement that they had made. Now today also, now Mr. Abdullah, he is talking about bringing back Article 370. So all these things actually will definitely have an impact. Now what is happening is, now within the NC and the Congress, you have this split where, now some of the statements that are being made by the NC is definitely going to hit the Congress when it comes to the Jammu, because then they are trying to pander to the vote bank in Kashmir. Now that will actually hit them in Jammu. So now what the Bharatiya Janata Party is doing is, now they have focused on the seats in Jammu, and in Kashmir they are only fighting the seats where they are definitely sure that they will win. So they are fighting only 19 seats. So that actually is also another tactical move, I would say, where they are actually backing some independents who are more capable or who are more sure of winning. So now all of this together, now what they have to do is they have to definitely fight the thing is, the sad part is that in this half-front war that I'm talking about is not a war that we're fighting with some external enemy. It is our own people. So there what you need is connection.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.